Happy Wednesday, you silly gooses. Welcome into the PHNX Sun Devils show. Geese, you silly geese. I'm Anthony Totri.
Here you are.
Big Pokey, the zookeeper over here, is also,
Dude,
he's also known
that
as...
goes kind of insane.
What?
The zookeeper?
The zookeeper.
But no, Big Pokey the zookeeper.
Big Pokey the zookeeper.
That sounds like a final boss.
What kind of animals?
In like a zombie game. All zoos. All zoo animals.
All zoo animals?
All zoo animals.
Every single one.
He's just keeping all the animals in
What's
check.
a guy? What's somebody who keeps an aquarium's name?
Whoa.
A fish keeper?
That's awesome.
Fish keeper goes crazy. Yeah.
That's that guy.
Yeah, this
I'm the
guy.
fish keeper.
The fish keeper.
I get the worst nicknames, dude.
I'll switch with you. I'm much more into marine biology than I am to.
That's fair.
You're the zookeeper. He's the
keepers
fish
are
zoology?
often known as aquarists.
Aquarius.
Whoa!
An Aquarius?
Okay, Aquarius is kind of hard.
Nope, that's
No,
me.
you already said you didn't
That's
want
fair.
it.
That's fair. That's fair. You can take
Big
the
Pokey the
Aquarius.
aquarist.
Wow. We've also got
I
DJ
am
Jacob
Big
Franklin
Pokey,
behind the Mac. He's
the
doing all the
aquarist.
things. Okay.
DJ Franklin.
There it
He's
is.
got a kid.
There it is.
What's
Beautiful.
up, everybody?
Beautiful. Guys, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and leave a 5-star review if you're listening on audio. And if you haven't left a 5-star review already, what are you doing?
Stuff it.
Come on. Let's get it together. Before we get into everything related to Bobby Hurley, Dan Hurley, Nate Oates,
Joey
DJ
Fans.
Horne, Herm Edwards, N'Keal Harry, all the things, I want to bring up something that was actually brought up on the What Chaos podcast
Okay.
the other day.
Great podcast. If you like
Phenomenal hockey.
You don't even have to
podcast.
like hockey. You just gotta like grab that.
You're right, because they've got some phenomenal takes
Yeah.
on that podcast.
Oh, I know where you're going.
I know where you're going.
I saw a part of that podcast that really resonated with me.
Really?
Yeah, and it was when Pete Blackburn said,
Fellow short king.
"Fellow short king." I would say he is the short king.
Yeah.
All of us that follow him are just his noble servants.
Yeah.
I think being tall is a scam, and I think, or he thinks being tall is a scam, and I think that's a phenomenal
It makes no sense.
way to put it.
How does it make sense?
That it's a scam?
Yeah.
It's just.
How does it? No, don't say it's just a scam. How does it make sense?
Well, can I ask you why you think it's not a scam?
Because this is what you
gotta
always
answer
do.
first.
You have a take, and then you're like, it's true, and then you're like,
I think
you defend it. I don't have a reason why I
being
believe
tall
it.
is just overrated.
It's not
It
overrated.
is. I think it is being overrated.
This is a
Yeah,
short
it
guy
is.
talking.
No.
It is. It is.
Why
It
is
absolutely
why,
is.
Why is it
You
overrated?
have to duck under things from time to time.
Only if you're Zach Eady.
No, Jacob has to duck.
Jacob is tall as hell, dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's tall.
He's not, but he's like.
If I could be 6'2", I would rather.
See, he'd
But
rather be
6'2" is
short.
still tall.
He'd rather be
short.
short.
6'2" is still taller than
He'd
you.
rather be shorter.
I've got the perfect size.
6'4"?
6'4".
I mean,
I'm an Adonis.
but what are
I'm
you
an Adonis.
what are you
I'm an
doing with that?
Adonis Aquarius.
What are you doing with that?
What am I doing
What
with
are you-
that?
what are you
Fucking
doing with that?
backing Eric down in the post and giving him 15 and 10 every night?
LA Fitness?
Yeah.
Like it's just overrated. It's eh.
Yeah, I can reach things for people at the grocery store. That's awesome.
Well, it's a great opening line for short people.
What?
Just,
Can
hey,
you help me grab
can
that?
you reach
Has that worked for you? No.
No, that's not worked for me. Not even a little bit, to be completely honest with you.
It's just
Uppies.
if you were taller, dude, you wouldn't be saying this. This is just it's the only thing that short people
Well, let's
would
not
say.
get personal here.
Yeah,
No,
jeez,
it's it.
man.
No,
I'm sorry,
it's-
short people. I can't believe you just call it. It's
Oh,
it's
jeez. Oh,
insane
come
to
on.
me.
Oh, come on. Sorry, if short kings were a little
There
bit
it is.
taller.
The zookeeper over here. I prefer short prince.
Short prince.
Pete himself is the short king.
Okay.
Just saying.
Fair enough.
It's 5'8" is short, right? I'm a short person.
You're a
I'm a
I mean,
shorter.
the average size for a male is 5'8".
you're average size.
You're an average guy.
I'm pretty sure female
Wow,
is...
I'm an average guy.
You're an average size guy.
See, what is going
That's
on?
crazy.
You guys are taking this
Compliments.
way too personal.
You're an average
He's
guy.
just you're an
Way
average
too-
guy.
Way too personal.
You know what that would
Nicknames
be?
like the
you know
fish
that
keeper.
you know what my equivalent of that would be, Totri? If I looked at you and said, "You're fine."
I know.
That's
I know.
terrible.
It's fine.
Sorry, it's
fine.
5'9". I was wrong.
It's
Not
You're
even
slightly undersized, my brother.
slightly undersized
Hey,
prince.
Darren Sproles. There it is. Darren Sproles. Look at some of those guys, right? Isaiah Thomas, he's on a roster, right? Some of these short kings, short princes. Sweet Prince Kenny stands with me in the chat. I appreciate that. All right, guys. What?
How tall's Kenny?
Kenny Dillingham?
Yeah.
He's a short king.
Yeah, he's like 5'8", 5'9".
He's 5'8", 5'9", yeah.
So he's aptly sized human.
The short community has a lot of phenomenal talent, to be honest with you.
It says Kenny's 5'6".
No,
That's
he's
just
not.
I don't
not
know
true.
if that's
That's
true.
not
No,
true.
that's
That's
not
true.
true.
Can you imagine if he was?
According to the internet, he's 5'6".
Unless Totri's lying.
No, he's about my height. He's about my height for sure.
Yes.
The last thing I'll say, the short community, the short kingdom, if you will, has just a plethora of talent.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Mark Wahlberg, Justin Bieber,
The tall kingdom
Tom
has
Cruise.
a lot of talent.
Hey,
as
who do you got?
well.
Zach Edey?
Every NBA player.
Congratulations, dude. Congratulations.
A lot of NFL players.
I mean, yeah.
Pedro Pascal.
How tall is he?
Pretty tall. He's like 6'2".
Is he?
That could be a total lie. But
Yeah,
he
I
looks
think
tall.
you're lying. Let's see.
Please. My
This is not
credibility.
where I thought today.
My
would be
credibility.
Height.
What do we got?
5'11". So he's not a part of either one of our kingdoms.
Okay,
He's in his own world.
that's fine.
He's in Purgatory. That's where he's at.
Height purgatory.
Height Purgatory.
Let's talk about sports.
Basketball? You
Yeah.
want to talk about basketball? Okay, we could do that. Clint, he's a part of the regular sized people community. Love that. Let's talk about Bobby Hurley in the Final Four. Why don't we? Because Bobby Hurley has a ridiculous amount of connections to the Final Four. It's something we talked about a little bit earlier in the week. Yeah, and I was slipping into my accent there. The connections with Nate Oates, the Alabama coach, his brother. Obviously, Dan Hurley coaches UConn, looking to go back-to-back. And then DJ Horne. DJ Horne, a couple of assistants also at NC State with ties to Bobby Hurley. And we actually had the chance to talk to Bobby a little bit today. Just kind of everything that surrounds the Final Four for Bobby, for Arizona State being the host school and all that type of stuff. Shane, you were on that Zoom press conference. Just what were you able to take away from it?
Well, first of all, doing the press conference about a thing you're not in isn't easy.
Yeah.
And he always gives good bites, but it is really cool for him. Like, obviously, and we'll get to the soundbite about it, but obviously it's like not ideal that he's not in the Final Four.
Yeah.
But it is a cool thing for your family to be here with Dan Hurley being in the Final Four, and it's home. Like, he's as he said, he's so close to it, like attachment wise, emotionally, but also like physically, he's very close. It's right down the road. So yeah, just doing the availability in general is good, and I want to shout out ASU and Bobby for doing it, because it isn't an easy thing to do, especially in your off season. Yeah.
And I think, again, that's something that credit to Bobby for taking the time to do that with all those ties. And again, like you said, to be the host school. And I think even he said it, like, nowhere really near the Final Four.
And he
right?
kind of laughed about it. Like, it is ridiculous how many ties he has into the Final Four right now. It's crazy.
Like, he could be a winner regardless. Like,
I mean, and that's the thing, is you can point to it in a positive way as well, because obviously it's not just, Dan Hurley has only helped Bobby Hurley. Bobby has surely helped Dan throughout his career as well, throughout their entire life,
Unless
lifting
Purdue
each
wins,
other up.
and he doesn't win.
Yeah,
So,
that's fair.
So fuck Purdue.
Yeah,
is that where we're at?
we are on anti-Purdue time.
Yeah.
Anti-Purdue.
Zach Edey's too tall.
Stop them.
Yeah,
Boilermakers.
that's
That
too
guy's
far.
too tall.
That's too far.
He is tall. Like,
Shrink him.
shrink him?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think I shrunk Zach Edey.
Shane, you kind of alluded to it, right? Like, Bobby was talking about, like, it's not, in a perfect scenario, he'd love to be there as a team, right? He'd love to be a coach in the Final Four with Arizona State and see the Sun Devils competing for a Final Four for a national championship. But, like, this almost makes him hungrier as a coach.
Yeah, definitely. Right? He's during the season, he doesn't eat until game time, and
literally and
I
figurative
hope
hunger.
He's eating right now.
Yeah,
because he mentioned it. He's hungry for this. This just makes him want it even more. And like, you want to see your former players succeed, but you would prefer them to be here and succeeding with you.
Yeah. You're absolutely right. This is what Coach Bobby Hurley had to say in terms of his desire to get Arizona State to a Final Four.
I'm disappointed for our season, and I'm just hungry to get back and put ourselves in a position to go to the NCAA Tournament again, like we've done 2 years ago and in the past here. I'm close to the Final Four, literally, because it's here. I'm a few minutes from where they're going to have the event, but I also feel like there are people that I've been connected to that I'm extremely happy for, that I've worked with, that are doing it. So in the back of my mind, as far as it might appear that I am from getting to a Final Four as a coach, that's a part of what drives me. You know, I think there's a lot of things that go into doing the job that I do and the relationships you have with your players and want to do the best job you can for them. But and the personal goal part of this, certainly trying to get to that point is something that is a dream for anybody in my position that does what I do. So I'm going to be as hungry as I can to try and do that at some point in my career.
I mean, that's like the perfect answer, right? You started off by saying, like, obviously the season wasn't where we wanted it to be. I'm proud of all the connections that I have, but it doesn't just make me only happy for them. It makes me look internally and say, how can I get there?
Yeah.
How can I get better? And that's my job. That's what I want to do. He's in a tough spot. Like you guys said, doing a press conference right now after that season and this situation with so many ties, to still be able to come out like level-headed and clear throughout that, it's a good sign for at least what his mindset is going to be going into next season.
Yeah, and I think it's really all you could do, right?
Yeah.
Like if you're Bobby Hurley, I think the idea that Bobby somehow is supposed to be like thinking strictly about Arizona State during this Final Four is kind of crazy to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like your brother is in the Final Four looking to go back to back with his team. You've got the connections to the NC State assistants in DJ Horne. You had experiences with Nate Oates, who is now coaching against your brother for a spot in the championship game. Like I feel like
That's a win-win.
There's
crazy.
not really like it's just crazy that there are definitely people out there that are just like, well, how can Bobby be so excited for the Final Four and Arizona State didn't even make the tournament? Well,
Yeah.
like there's more than
And
just
casuals.
there's more than just like basketball, right? To put it in a sense, and part of this entire like I guess upcoming sequence of what's gonna go down this weekend in Phoenix for the Final Four. I think it's exciting not just for like college basketball fans, right? You've got the storylines with UConn, just their dominance. You've got Alabama. You've got Zach Edey and Purdue. You've got NC State, like the Cinderella story and all that stuff. And part of that Cinderella story being DJ Horne, a player that, you know, we talked about earlier in the week. Shane, you and I covered him while he was here.
Yeah.
And you asked Bobby earlier today, just in terms of like, what do you feel like DJ was able to get out of this experience?
You know, it's so funny, and it's something he mentioned right before I asked him this question. Doesn't DJ Horne feel 2 years removed from ASU?
Yeah.
Like, but he was here last year with his team in the tournament. Isn't that bizarre?
It is.
Like,
It is.
It's been a long year.
It's been a long.
It's been a long year.
and I've traveled a while.
You have.
And it feels like 2 ASU seasons have passed. Two moons. No,
The Aquarius.
two sun.
Two
rotations.
moons have definitely passed.
2 moons have definitely passed, but 2 sun rotations. We've rotated around the sun.
Fortnights?
twice.
Yeah, I was just about to say
Fortnights?
just a
fortnights
fortnight.
are 28 days.
28 days? I thought it was 2 weeks. I don't know what's going on.
Who knows? Anyway, isn't it crazy that DJ Horne was just on this team last year and hit the biggest shot of ASU's season that should have been even bigger to send this team into overtime against TCU, which then they ended up losing, much to Totri's happiness, apparently.
It wasn't to my happiness.
I'm just kidding. Totri always claims that was his favorite show we've ever done, and I was like,
The post-game show was fun.
It was a fun post-game show, but it was sad for me.
Yeah.
It was sad for both of us.
Yeah.
Anyway, he
claims all the sadness.
It is really interesting that it feels like he's been gone for so long, because he was such a big part of this team. And Bobby mentioned, like, seeing him hit that shot was kind of like a culmination of his entire time at ASU. Like, wow, this kid just hit that, and he hits clutch shots like that. DJ Horne loves doing that.
Yeah.
I say this about Caleb Love. Caleb Love leads the NCAA and FU threes, like threes that you're like, he can't make that right now, and then he hits it. DJ Horne's kind of the same way. Like when the team is defending the 3 ball and you know you cannot afford to give up a 3, he's going to hit a 3. That's just what he does.
Yeah.
And so it was cool to see Bobby mention that. But yeah, I asked him like, in his time, like DJ's claimed ASU is a big part of his college career and how important it was to his development. But I just wanted to hear from Bobby, like how he not only saw DJ grow, but how they helped him grow. And this is what he had to say about that.
Well, I mean, we gave him the freedom to be who he is, and to give him the opportunity to showcase the best parts of his game. I think we we work on player development. DJ's gotten better every year, and he got better this year, going to North Carolina State. But I see him playing, at a really good pace. You can tell all the basketball he's played at this level it's all coming together. He's making good decisions out there, and he's just letting the game come to him. So he's got, I think his IQ and his knowledge of the game, and in addition to his skill set, has really, all come together. And that's a process you go through as a player that takes years to get to that point. So.
Yeah, you can just tell how big of a part of the program DJ was, and how big a part of DJ's life Bobby was. And it was really cool to see him develop. And we went over his numbers and how they were at ASU, and they're basically identical the first 2 years he was here. But that's if you didn't watch the games. Like, you could tell how much more of a leadership role he took. Going into his second year here, and there were a lot of different personalities on this team. There were a lot of different guys that made this team go, and they all had different ways of leading, and DJ's way of leading was showing you, and that was really awesome to see, because he was such a fun player to not only watch but to interact with. So you could tell how much this means for Bobby to see a guy like DJ succeed.
Yeah, and I think for me, something that I've been able to really watch and get a good sense of as I've seen DJ Horne kind of go through the ACC tournament, and then now a good chunk of the NCAA tournament, is he has grown into the sense where the shots that he was taking at Arizona State that you would see, not fall, or that you'd question, now those are the shots that DJ Horne is making, and you're like, this kid could take over a game.
Yeah.
Like, he is an X factor now. And those were moments, and I think growing pains for him at Arizona State. And I think if you're an ASU fan, and there's again, you're going to look at it a couple different ways, and there's definitely some spiteful fans out there seeing DJ's success, and they don't like it. And then there's, in my estimation of what it feels like, is it's like, damn, like that's cool to see. It's cool to see DJ Horne, have a ridiculous step back three that you're like, that shouldn't fall.
A 4-point play.
And it goes crazy. Like it hits, and he's getting that love, from the Wolfpack fan base, from NC State. And again, I've said it before. I think NC State, I like their odds to beat Purdue. We'll see what happens if they end up running into UConn. But DJ Horne deserves this, right? And I think there's certainly, again, there are going to be ASU fans that don't want to see him succeed the same way they didn't want to see Jay Daniels, Remy Martin, any of those guys. But at the end of the day, they were Sun Devils at some point.
And you can take it a couple different ways. And every fan has every right to take it however they want, as long as they're not, being out of line with their opinion. But you can see it as, damn, why can't he be here? Why couldn't he do that here? Or you could look at that and say, ASU played an integral role in his success for the future, where he kind of learned to play free, to be himself, and to be able to take that step. And you can say, sure, he probably could have done that here, but sometimes people need to go somewhere else to grow, or it's just not the right spot for them. And it doesn't mean that their time here was not worth it or not beneficial for either side, because for DJ Horne, that was the case. And if you want to take like a bigger picture view, where you look at a guy like Remy Martin as well, who goes and wins the national championship as a sixth man, like his time with ASU was crucial and critical to his development as a player and as a person, and led to his success there. Like, is it perfect and is it ideal? No, from an ASU basketball standpoint, but that doesn't mean that this entire time here was a failure for DJ Horne. The fact that he's doing this somewhere else right now, like, there are plenty of positives to take away.
Oh, absolutely. And I think, again, like, at the end of the day, the Final Four is what it is. Whatever happened in the offseason for Bobby Hurley in this roster, it is what it is at this point. Like, you just kind of have to move on. And Bobby even joked about it at one point, where he was like, DJ was supposed to come back, and we were supposed to do this thing to, like, in Arizona. You weren't supposed to go do it for another team, type of thing, and like making a joke about it. But it really is all love between DJ and Bobby, and then again, of course, between Bobby, Dan, and Nate Oates. So I'm sure Bobby Hurley will be out in full force to go see what happens this weekend. And again, look, highly recommend you guys go to those games if you're in town. Buy some tickets. Also, bet on it.
Ooh.
Make some money. Do it over on the BetMGM Sportsbook app. Get in on the action, guys. They've still got a phenomenal offer for you to take advantage of if you haven't already. Just download the BetMGM Sportsbook app on iOS or Android, or visit BetMGM.com. Sign up and deposit at least $10 into your BetMGM Sportsbook account. Place your first wager and receive up to $1,500 back in bonus bets if the bet loses. And then if the bet does lose, your bonus bets will be available once your initial wager is settled. Guys, I know we've talked about it before. Anybody that you're specifically rooting for to win the Natty? I know we said we're anti-Purdue.
Yeah, anti-Purdue. If Purdue wins, there's going to be anarchy, and it's going to be bad.
Anarchy.
I'm torn because I love UConn, but I'm already kind of sick of them because they're so damn good.
Yeah.
They play the game the way God intended the game to be played. Like, they just do everything right. It's insane. But the more fun team is Alabama. Like,
100%.
They're just so damn cool. Mark Sears is a bucket. The North Dakota State transfers got the dirtiest stash left in the tournament. Shout out Baylor Shireman. And they run so fast. Those games are so fun to watch. I don't really know if I have a rooting interest there. It's just if NC State loses, whoever is playing Purdue needs to win. Obviously, you would love to see DJ Horne hoist. That'd be so fun.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I want to see them play UConn.
Yeah.
I think Alabama, just because they're almost like in that sweet spot, right? Where they're not a complete favorite, but they're not like a total underdog where you're like, well, I kind of have to brace yourself for maybe what's to come. Because usually when there's like kind of that week off, those lower seeds, that's usually where their momentum and their steam falls off. But Alabama's definitely not one of those teams. And if just pure rooting for a team like that, who plays like that, winning would be really, really fun to watch.
Yeah.
And I'd like to see them play, obviously, NC State or Purdue. And I think if they played Purdue and Zach Edey, that's such a contrast of styles. That would be a really fun game.
Give me NC State.
Yeah,
Let me cash my NC State future,
Dude,
please.
Did I tell you that I didn't realize that I have an Alabama future?
Do you really?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I placed it a while ago, and it's a bonus bet on BetMGM. It's $10 to pay like a gazillion.
All right, so
That's a good amount.
we're rooting for NC State and Alabama. That'd be a hell of a
fun.
championship.
That game would be so fun.
That
too.
would be fun. I think it would be it might be the most fun outside of a UConn.
Yeah,
Purdue.
well, any game Purdue's in is going to be a snoozer.
Yeah.
Like,
Same thing with UConn. They're just going to blow everybody out.
yeah.
So,
yeah.
Who knows? Maybe we're in for a treat, just like you guys are with BetMGM. Again, sign up for BetMGM and use that bonus code PHNX. Place your first BetMGM Sportsbook wager through BetMGM Sportsbook mobile app for at least $10. You guys are going to receive up to $1,500 in bonus bets if the bet loses. Check out the show notes for full details. And now listen to Shane talk about the disclaimer.
Bonus bets expire in 7 days. One new customer offer only. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY 467-369 New York. Call 1-800-327-5050 Massachusetts. 21 plus only. Please gamble responsibly. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP Arizona. 1-800-BETS-OFF Iowa. 1-800-981-0023 Puerto Rico. First bet offer for new customers only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Bonus bets are non-withdrawable. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel. See BetMGM.com for terms. U.S. promotional offers not available in New York, Nevada, North Carolina, Ontario, or Puerto Rico.
Gambling online is so fun, but gambling in person is the most fun. And you can gamble in person at the BetMGM Sportsbook at Wild Horse Pass Resorts and Casinos, or you can go to any Gila River Resorts and Casinos and get your gaming on. I love those places.
Get the gaming on.
And we're going to be there on Friday and Sunday this week. It's going to be such a fun time. Go to gophnx.com/events to get more information. It's going to be a blast. And at Gila River Resorts and Casinos, nobody does it better. They offer an authentic and immersive experience. I mean, as I've said many times, I'm so immersed when I'm in there.
You are
As I
immersed.
walk in, it's like I got blinders on. Like, nobody can take me out of the zone because I'm doing me, and you can do you at Gila River Resorts and Casinos. Head over to Gila River Resorts and Casinos and let them show you what Next Level is all about. They got such great vibes there. They got great food. They got great drinks. They got craps tables with your favorite Arizona sports teams on it. There's nothing more you can ask for. And as I said, you do you at Gila River Resorts and Casinos. Visit play@gila.com for more details. Somebody in the chat mentioned no Jordan Sears at ASU is pain. Did I miss something? Did he commit somewhere? Because that would make me really sad. For those of you who don't know, Jordan Sears, mid-major UT Martin transfer who is averaging 21.4 points a game, shooting like 40+% from three, has ASU in his final six, as well as Alabama, West Virginia, and a couple other schools. But I haven't seen anything official. So Ryan, do you know something we don't? Because that would make me sad if you did.
You know who entered the portal that I want that would never come here?
Huh.
What's the dude from Oakland? Not the 3-point shooter.
Come on,
Not the
man.
3-point shooter.
I know who you're talking about. They're actually a good player.
Yeah. Townsend. You don't want him?
No,
Why?
because he's
good. You just called him the actually good player.
yeah.
Got him there.
He's projected to LSU. Was LSU even his? Damn, that's so sad. Yeah, LSU wasn't his final 6. Damn it, Ryan! You ruined my day.
That's tough.
Well, I'm gonna like watching him at LSU. That dude's awesome.
Well, let's talk about ASU hoops for a second, or just players now that we're hearing a little bit.
Conference. I didn't want to say it. I don't. Just because I'm hating on Oakland. That is not in the Bay Area.
Why didn't you want Townsend here?
Because I don't think the Missouri Valley Conference has a great amount of talent to pool.
But he's a good player.
He's a solid player.
Yeah, he'd be good here.
Give
not
me
see what he
great-
did?
Give me great Osabor.
Yeah, Utah State transfer just entered the portal. That guy's good.
How about Frankie Collins?
Frankie Collins.
Frankie Collins. Yeah, Frankie Collins.
That's what I'm gonna call him if he comes back. Frankie Collins.
Gotcha.
You pranked me, Frankie. Yeah, let's talk about Frankie.
Frankie,
please.
Frankie announced his list of 6 schools now. It's down to returning to Arizona State, TCU, SMU, San Diego State, Florida, and Cal. Cal taking the Conference of Champions, as Sean DePaz put it, in it's the ACC now. Frankie Collins, if he returns to Arizona State, are we welcoming him back with open arms?
Duh.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Did you not hear Michaela in the back?
She doesn't get an opinion.
count. Yeah, she doesn't count.
She doesn't get an opinion.
Now,
She never gets an opinion on anything ASU anymore.
the reality of it, do we think it's a legit possibility?
Yeah, I genuinely think it's 50-50 he comes back.
50-50.
Like, that's how I'm feeling.
But we're thinking, I know us specifically, ASU or San Diego State, probably.
I think if I was an odds maker, I would have San Diego State as the slight favorite with ASU as the slight second favorite.
Slide dog.
Slight dog.
You like the value on that, though.
I love the value.
Love
on
the
that. Plus
value on that.
100.
What do you think,
Frankie.
Eric?
I mean, listen, if it's, are we going to welcome him back with open arms? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Your best basketball player hits the portal and decides to stay.
Why is the transfer portal a thing? To give players the power
chance.
to explore and
Yeah.
go, like, get money for themselves or just get in a better situation.
Absolutely.
If the best situation is here, why wouldn't we?
Absolutely. And that's the thing is where the transfer portal in general, in the new era of college sports and athletics, there's a give and take, but overall I'm fine with it because I think that when people are able to decide what's best for them, especially, young people who have a lot of influence and a lot of power and a lot of talent, I'm all for that, right? And so in a vacuum, I'm all for players just going and testing it out. Now, when it comes to my personal school and my team, it gets a little tricky with the emotions, but if he comes back, then if anything, that's a very, very good sign for ASU and where they're at as a program, is that somebody can go out that's as good as Frankie Collins, test the waters, and still decide to come back. If anything, it's like, oh, that's really good. Like that's a very good indication of where this program is going.
Sweet Prince Kenny, you come home, I'll be there with arms wide open, Creed voice.
No,
Absolutely
you have
love
to
it.
sing it, Totri.
I'm not singing it. I'm not
Jacob,
doing
can
it.
you? Thank you.
With arms wide open.
There you go.
Wow, that was really good.
Yeah,
that was really-
really
I kinda got
good.
chills.
That's
He's
DJ
really,
Jacob
he's
Franzen.
just really good.
You're really raspy back there, even though you're overrated because you're tall. It's okay. Another player potentially that I personally would love just come home, Devin
Stephon
Cambridge.
Diggs.
No, Devin Cambridge. Yeah, Stephon Diggs would make a crazy small forward for the Arizona State Sun Devils. But yeah, Devin Cambridge entered the transfer portal. Was at Arizona State a couple years back. Was a part of that tourney team with his brother. Transferred over to Oregon, then got back in the portal. Then transferred to Tech, then got hurt, missed the season. Now he's back in the transfer portal. We want him back at Arizona State, right? Right.
I don't think that would happen.
You don't want no?
I don't think it would happen.
Why
I would,
not?
dude. I would love that. There's nothing more.
Give me
I would love
Bounce
than
Man.
the Basketeer himself,
The
Bounce Man
Basketeer
3-5. Come on, come home.
Come home.
That doesn't happen.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna happen. It'd be great. but I
Be
don't
real
think it's gonna
fun.
happen.
Yeah.
I'd love to eat my words.
Frankie, Devin comes back.
Yep. Guys gets a waiver.
Oh yeah, after
Bring the whole game
a
back.
year overseas or in the league or wherever
Yeah.
he was at. Oh my goodness.
Gets Jose back here.
Stop
It's
it.
gonna be awesome.
Stop it. Getting the band back together.
Yeah.
Gosh. How do we
Trey Holder gets an extra year.
Wow, Shannon Evans too.
Shannon
Can we bring back my
Evans.
guy?
Jordan
Where's
Brashinski's
my boy
back.
Cody Justice?
Daquan Lake?
Cody Justice can't come back.
Can-
Can't
Can-
do it.
can
He's the
Daquan-
only one.
Can
He's the only
Daquan come back?
Daquan Lake can't.
No.
Daquan Lake retired from basketball.
Really? What's he do now?
He's a basketeer.
He's also
He's not a
basketeer?
basketballer.
He's
He's
a-
a basketeer.
That's
He
tough.
weaves baskets.
He weaves baskets.
Yep.
How do you guys feel just as where we're at right now April
Trent
3rd.
Lockett's coming back too, which is the biggest news.
Kyle Dodd, does he have any eligibility left?
No, he doesn't.
No. Oh, my goodness.
Sorry, go ahead.
Just in terms of where the roster is at right now, we haven't seen anybody commit to Arizona State yet. We've heard, obviously Frankie potentially coming back. When we had Tobias Bass come on, he mentioned some names to keep an eye on, but still not really any solid movement with the roster.
Yeah.
Where are you guys feeling with it?
It's the waiting period, but as I said, we're in December, about 20 days away from Christmas. But unboxing.
Christmas is coming.
Unboxing season's gonna come. We're gonna get under the tree, open it up, and it's gonna say 19 points per game on 35% shooting from free, and I'm just gonna yippee!
Yeah.
Woo! This is the best day ever. That's what I'm gonna do. From some mid-major.
You have a great excited voice.
Yeah,
You know what?
I'm gonna be juiced. It's gonna be awesome.
What about you, Eric? Or do you feel 20 days away from
I just
unwrapping
got
a
way more.
basketeer?
I got way more excited. I got way more excited about it. I'm kind of at the point where I'm not sitting with any expectations. I'm just kind of, when it happens, it happens. I think if you start stressing over nobody has committed to Arizona State yet, it's fine. It's
I
early.
hope we don't have any fans that are doing that.
That's horrifying.
That'd be so scary.
No, I know. And so
come here now.
come on. Although sometimes that's what it can feel like when you're not, getting players. But
That's how you feel inside?
Yeah, that's how he feels
always,
inside.
yeah.
just always, every single day.
Yeah.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm just in wait and see mode. And then once some of the chips start to fall, if ASU continues to lose players and doesn't add anybody, then you can check back in with me, and maybe I will be going. Rrr.
On your remote, your personal remote, what follows wait and see mode?
Chill. I don't know.
Chill.
Just chill.
Okay. What about you? Do you have a wait and see mode? I feel like you definitely don't have a wait and see mode.
No.
You're in a cruise control mode.
Yeah, I'm in a sightseeing mode. Transfer. Who's that guy? Whoa, he can shoot. That guy's tall. That's what I do. That's me traversing the
Coach
photo.
would be like, that guy's overrated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like,
Mid.
scam.
Scam. Terrible.
Quick call.
Mid.
Take me off your call
Ooh,
list.
Oakland.
He's good, man.
He plays in Michigan, but
He's
he plays
good.
for Oakland.
He's good.
He's fine.
No, he's not fine.
He's fine.
I hate when you.
He's
Fine. No, he's
fine.
not. Jacob, you spent.
Ryan, stop it. No Neil, no Frankie, 9 wins, 2025. This isn't a horror movie poster. Stop that. Cut that shit right now. It's going to be fun. And we're going to have a
It's
great
gonna be
time.
fun.
Next year's going to
Can
be
you promise me that it's gonna be
It's gonna
fun?
be fun.
Look
It's
me
not
in
gonna
the
be
eye.
fun.
Wait.
Can't do
I
that.
want to know what fun
Can't
is.
do that.
What's fun? Aquarius.
winning Aquarius.
What'd you say? An Aquarius is the sign.
Yeah.
It's you look it up again. No, you
Fish keeper.
Yeah. Fun for me is winning 18 games in the Big 12.
Ooh. Okay.
That'd
He's
be
an
awesome.
aquarist.
Aquarius.
Aquarist.
Yeah.
Not an Aquarius.
No, that'd be awesome. That's fun for me.
Being an Aquarist.
Yeah, that is fun for me.
Mm.
No, but winning 18 games in the Big 12 is what fun is. Is
That-
that
I mean,
realistic?
That'd be fun.
Probably not, but that would be fun. I'd have fun having a 500 record in a year where you underachieved and then going to a harder conference. That's not a great thing to set. That's not a great bar to set. That's not the bar.
Oh no, that's not the bar.
But I'd be okay with that. If you lose Frankie too, I'd be okay with that.
Mhm.
You have to go get your guys. And again, we have no idea what this roster is going to look like. We didn't know what the roster was going to look like last year, and we came in and you're like, who's this guy? Who's this guy? Oh, he doesn't play. What's Malachi Davis doing? I don't know, just sitting on the bench. We don't know what this roster is going to look like.
Yeah.
So it is as much as I hate it, it is a wait and see right now. But we're still in cruise control and we're enjoying the views.
And I feel like next year, the fun to be had.
Ryan, I'm
isn't-
gonna hold you to that.
Ryan
Drop
says
your Venmo.
If we get 18 wins in the Big 12, I will donate my whole life savings to ASU athletics. Sun Angel Collective needs it.
Sure.
But
How about you just drop it as a super chat?
yeah, just do that. Just do that instead, or just hit up Totri's Venmo.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah,
that works
that
for me. I'll make sure to split it up with everybody.
No, you won't. But I think for next year, where the fun will come from, and I don't know if this is already starting to cope, but isn't as much like the wins and loss, but it's how they're playing.
Mhm.
And if you can have some of these young guys start to continue to grow throughout the year and see the building blocks, because I don't expect them to go into this new conference that is an absolute complete basketball heaven. If you're just trying to watch college basketball,
Yeah.
but if you're trying to play it and you're trying to come from ASU, it's basketball hell. So if they can just get their feet under them, play well, see growth. Like I don't want to see some of these games that were this year where it's just like, man, there's no life in this team. And I think that if they can do that next year,
we're getting ahead of ourselves.
I know.
Let's get the roster.
I know.
And then we can see if we can get our feet under that.
Well, we know there's going to be at least a good group of young guys that are coming in. And that's going to be where a lot of the focus is. And a lot of the fun should hopefully come from.
Yeah. But I'm not going to predict the win total and blowout losses until I see the roster.
No, you need to see the roster have a sense of security, right? Like, know where you're at, right? I got to be able to trust the guys that are out there, and right now there's not enough of them that I'm like, I trust you.
No, but you don't expect them to be. To have
no, but when you see a full roster,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're not like they're not in a bad spot right now. They're just in a spot. They're just in a spot right now.
Yeah, not good, not bad. They're just there.
You know what they are right now? They're fine. They're totally fine.
Look, I want to tell you about who I trust.
Who?
Me? Not you.
Me?
Oh, no.
You don't trust me?
I mean, from time to time, as a fish keeper,
Dude,
you got some slippery hands.
Aquarist.
I prefer fish keeper, to be completely honest with you.
Is objectively disgusting. Like, that sounds like a fishmonger. You know what a fishmonger is?
You're a fish troll. You're a fish troll.
Yeah.
No, you don't want to be a fish troll?
No, that's terrible.
Okay, back to who you can trust. Desert Financial Credit Union, guys. They are the official retail banking partner of Arizona State University. For more than 84 years, Desert Financial has been Arizona's largest, most trusted local credit union, dedicated to creating exceptional experiences by giving back to the community and providing financial solutions that make lives better. The Desert Financial team, they're a bunch of financial experts, guys, who are committed to their members and the community, offering financial solutions tailored to helping real people achieve their financial goals and dreams. Now is the time to show your ASU team spirit. Open a free checking account online and get $200, Shane, that you could use toward your aquarium, plus your choice of 3 Arizona State University Visa debit cards. Go to desertfinancial.com/ASU to get started.
That's the moment I'm going to show my past self, my 10-year-old self, and be like, look at what we built. And
the aquarium
in my home. That's when I know.
And a legit aquarium?
No, not a legit aquarium. Just like a big tank.
A big fish tank.
I want like a legit aquarium.
That's expensive as
in your house?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I think that'd be cool.
You know, they used to do shows on.
I love that show.
Yeah, they did like a trick your aquarium out or
it's
something.
Like Pimp My Ride, but
for
like
they still do it.
Whoa,
and it's a great show. They still do it. It's a great show.
Do they?
Yeah.
What's it called?
It's Aquarium Boys. let me find out.
That's just not true. You're just lying.
Well, if you're trying to see an Aquarium Boys live show or any live event, make sure you use Game Time to get your tickets. Because honestly, guys, like I
don't want to watch that show.
You don't want to watch it.
Tanked. There it is.
A live showing of Tanked, you could probably find that at Game Time because Game Time has everything, and they're now the authorized ticket marketplace of Major League Baseball. I know here specifically in the Valley, we are just a short walk from Chase Field, and you can go get into a Diamondbacks game. Or a very quick run, an even quicker full-out sprint as well. But sometimes you got to wait until the last minute to get the best deals, and you can do that on Game Time. So if you do need to sprint to Chase Field, but you want to get in for a very cheap price, you can do that with Game Time. I know before I used Game Time, I was always shocked by the amount of fees that I ran into with other ticketing apps. It was never convenient. I always felt like I was kind of being lied to, you know, and with Game Time, you can see where your ticket is. You can get the cheapest price, and you can even procrastinate a little bit, which I do like as well. Guys, it is very, very easy to use Game Time, and right now you can download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code PHNX for $20 off your first purchase. In some cases, that can cover your entire ticket. So if you're waiting for the right time, maybe get into an ASU game if you want to hold on to that promo code until the start of ASU football or maybe even ASU basketball, you can do that as well. Just as long as it's with Game Time, you will be satisfied. Once again, guys, download the Game Time app, use code PHNX, $20 off your first purchase.
I think I might be going to one of the games this weekend using Game Time.
Oh,
I have to.
Big time.
I have to. They sell stingrays at Petco, and I just fact checked that, and that's true.
That's crazy. True? I when I read that, the first thing that went through my head was like the Ron Burgundy, like, I don't believe you.
You know what it probably is? It's probably similar to how they sell sharks at Petco, and they're just like little
ones. That'd be cool
boys.
Though. It would be cool though to have like a full on aquarium in your house.
Yes, that's
Just get an aquarium for in here.
Yeah, well,
I pitched that way long
so
ago.
Ryan said, change in bet. If we win 18 games, I'll spend my life savings for a big ass aquarium on set.
I like that.
Dude.
This is our 18 win.
Hold on though. That's one of the worst gifts you can give somebody. Like I always think it's hilarious.
It's like a hamster.
Yeah, like giving somebody like a bearded dragon for their birthday.
I got a turtle.
They're like, dude, come on.
You got a turtle?
How'd you feel
for my
about
birthday? Yeah, I had the turtle for 6 months, and then I booted it out of my house.
First off, who gave you the amphibious creature?
His name was Ronald Reagan, the Supreme Leader, the Third.
Okay, who gave you it?
My high school buddies.
Who?
My high school buddies. There was a turtle in my neighborhood, and I wanted to keep it. My parents said no, so my friends showed up to my birthday party with a turtle.
How old were you?
Senior year in high school.
That's awesome.
There's a turtle in my hood, bro. It's crazy.
That's awesome.
That's crazy.
Cade, you got a tank? That's huge. I've been really one of the weirdest like what I don't want to say holes I go down. What's the
rabbit hole?
Rabbit holes.
Yeah,
thank you.
yeah.
I'm not gonna say holes.
One of the weirdest holes that I go down.
One of the weirdest rabbit holes I go down on YouTube is like terrarium building. People that build like self-sustaining ecosystem in jars. Love that. And I've always wanted to do that with like an aquarium that can self-sustain.
You want to make let's build an aquarium together.
And just leave a couple dishes in the sink like
Because,
some people do. You can't have one.
As I said, it's a bad gift to give somebody because not only do you have to take care of it, but it's also expensive as hell.
Yeah.
It's a gift for yourself, though, if you're ready for the responsibility.
Yeah. I'm not ready for that responsibility yet.
How about a seahorse?
Yet. I fuck with seahorses
Dude,
heavy,
awesome.
dude.
Seahorses are pretty
They are.
Awesome.
They might be my favorite.
I love when they like.
They give birth really weird.
Yeah, they do.
It's kind of scary.
I like when they hang upside down from things.
They hang upside down from
Yeah,
things.
it's pretty sick.
They're like ocean bats.
Yep. But they don't always do that. They don't have wings.
Well, bats don't always do that.
Yeah, they sleep like that.
Yeah, but they're not doing it 24/7 is what I'm saying.
Do it half of the day.
I think it's more of a bat by bat basis.
Dude, we got to move on.
I was not expecting the seahorses or the bats.
Let's talk about Herm Edwards. Why don't we? Is that better? Is that
Can we
better?
go back?
Is that
Can
better?
we go back to seahorse talk,
Is that
please?
better than seahorses for you guys?
Not really.
Guys, guess what? Somebody say what, damn it.
What?
Herm Edwards is talking out of his ass again.
Oh, no. What a surprise.
It's absolutely insane. But Herm Edwards did, I guess, like a feature interview with Tyler Dune. And he was asked about N'Keal Harry. No, not about that guy. Asked about N'Keal Harry.
Duke of Arrakis.
And why he didn't succeed in the NFL. And this is what Herm had to say. Quote, he had too many followers. Man, that's what killed him. That poor kid. He had hanger-oners. And it was like, come on, N'Keal. Because talent-wise, he's got enough talent. He's a big, strong, physical receiver to catch the ball. And then when he went to New England, that was the worst place for him to go because it just didn't fit. That didn't fit him.
This is weird because it is a statement trying to defend him, but I think he's just straight up lying, which is just bizarre.
It's Herm's go-to these days.
Yeah.
Remember when he said he recruited Brock Purdy and never actually did that?
Yeah. My favorite was his recess comment.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you're asking about the quarterback competition and he just throws out recess.
Yeah, he started talking about recess. It's kind of like our shows. Like, how the hell did you get there?
Yeah, today we have done a little bit more
Hermisms.
randomness. Yeah. How do you feel about Herm spewing knowledge, I guess, about N'Keal?
Well, I don't know if it's spewing knowledge. It's
spewing fallacy.
Words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't buy anything that he says.
Spew fallacy.
And there have been multiple people, including Ralph Amsden, who has said like that's just not
true. Yeah.
Like it's straight up not true. And you can argue about the Patriots thing. Like maybe that wasn't the best spot for him. Like sure, I could see that, but overall,
I mean, he had the GOAT was there at the time. I don't know. He had Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. I don't know how that was a bad place for.
Yeah, but
really
they're notorious for not developing their own receivers.
And they took him high in the draft. If he was a late round pick, then they probably would have used him properly. But you know, he was too high of a pick for them to actually use. But the thing with this is like, I know you said it kind of seems like he was maybe trying to defend him. I see this as like extremely disrespectful to be like, you know, he didn't succeed because he just has a bunch of yes men around him and he's not really smart enough to know that when. Yeah. Like you're just you're not telling the truth, or you're just not aware of that. Yeah. And B, if you are not fully confident in that, which you're not, like you shouldn't be out there speaking on somebody's personal life like this.
That's what I was saying earlier. You're defending somebody, and by telling lies, and you're making them look worse by not even defending them. Like it was stupid, just stupid. It's dumb. That concludes the segment on Herm Edwards. He doesn't deserve our time.
It was so stupid.
He's not a winner.
No.
Herm is not a winner, but you can be a winner.
Herman Edwards. He's scooping and scoring. That's the only good thing he's ever done.
Is this a scoop and score?
Picks up the ball. It's Herman Edwards. What's the last time he scored a touchdown when people were talking like that?
Using his full name.
Yep.
That's tough. Herman L. Edwards. He didn't have a
Emphasis
middle
on
name.
L.
He doesn't have a middle name.
Yeah, he doesn't. He actually doesn't have a middle name. You know who does have a middle name? The Arizona MF and Lottery.
There it is. There it
MF
is.
stands for making funds.
Bang.
Bang.
Double bang.
Arizona Lottery is great, and it's introducing a unique new ticket and promotion called Arizona Adventure. There are 3 ways to play and win big. All you got to do is play the Arizona Adventure Lottery tickets featuring the 3 iconic landscapes that we always mention, and these tickets have up to prizes up to $50,000. You can also check into their geolocated adventures at 10 destinations across the state, all the way from Flagstaff to Yuma. Visit azadventure.com for details and locations and check in at the destination coordinates on the website, or enter tickets online for a chance to win $1 million in cash and Arizona travel prizes. The Arizona Lottery is not just about playing games, winning prizes. It's also about giving back to the state and its communities. It's just so fun to play. Love scratching.
Little games.
Love scratching. Big game guy. Huge game
Big
guy.
game guy.
Plus, I just love how the tickets look. They're shiny. They're cool. Wow.
Wow.
Visit azadventure.com for more information on how
Wow.
you can take an adventure for a chance to win $1 million
Ooh,
in Arizona
$1 million.
and travel prizes. Have you guys ever seen Arizona?
No.
It's this place up in up near Flagstaff where there's a bunch. It's like a wildlife preserve. with a
Oh,
bunch
I've
of
seen
bears
the
and stuff.
billboards for it.
Yeah, I always wanted to go.
Go
Leah
see
sent me a
bears.
TikTok the other day. I was like, I want to go.
Like an enclosure with bears.
Bears, wolves, badgers,
Forest
bison,
life. Forest life.
forest life.
Seahorses?
No seahorse.
Damn.
Are they seahorses or seahorsey?
No, they're seahorse. I
Seahorse.
believe. Let's look it up.
Can you get? Can you
Well,
get?
you're looking that up. It might take a little bit of gas to get you to that to Arizona.
There
You
you
might
go.
want to stop at our friends
Seahorses.
over at Circle K. It is seahorses. That is very important. Circle
Yeah, I
K,
guess
guys.
it's not horse. There's a bunch of horse out there, but it should be.
Seahorses.
Yeah, but it should be seahorse. Like if you look at a bunch of horse, like it's horses. Obviously.
Look at the herd of seahorses.
Look at the look at the sprawling herd of seahorse. That makes more sense.
The
look
flock.
Look at the murder of seahorse.
The school. The
Yeah.
school of seahorse. Carry on.
I'm
sorry.
flocking
No,
to
thank
Circle K.
Yeah, you are. There it is.
Why not flock to Circle K? Because it is Arizona's thirst shop. Guys, plus it's not only just the snacks there, or you could buy some AZ lottery tickets. You can maybe pick up some Four Peaks as well. They also have a free membership program that is the best at saving you money, because we all know gas can be a very large bill, especially if you're driving a lot and you're going to see some of these amazing places
Arizona.
around Arizona, like Arizona. No free ads though. You guys can save 25 cents per gallon on your first 5 fill-ups with the Inner Circle. And then after that, you can save 3 cents per gallon with a chance to work your way up to 5 cents per gallon. So it's free money. It's a free membership. You save money, and not only do you get gas for cheaper, you get every 6 free on a selection of Circle K products, nice little snackies, pizza, coffee, ice cold fountain drinks, all of that. You can do that by joining the Inner Circle for free by downloading the Inner Circle app today, the Circle K app. Terms and conditions do apply. At participating locations, visit circlek.com for more details.
And it's not just us. It's the chat. The chat has gotten in on it. We saw somebody yesterday or 2 days ago say they filled up gas using the Inner Circle app. So we love that. Talking about glowing algae. Yeah, glowing algae is a thing. You know, there's algae that eats.
I know this is new for you. This used to be an everyday thing.
No, I'm caught up.
So one of the most interesting one of the most interesting studies that I ever met that a person was doing, that I ever found out that a person, you know what I'm saying?
I got.
One of the most interesting things I've ever heard somebody was studying was an algae that can reverse the destruction of coral reefs and can feed on the bad things, and that's a thing that they're trying to implement. So you always hear all these bad things about, solar flares that could kill us at any second, and
But what they're not talking about
is the algae
and melting icebergs. But there are good things out there. You just got to find it, and that's my homework for everybody watching. Go find some good things today, chat. Like algae.
Last thing. Bronny James, any?
Yep, you're a Sun Devil.
On that note, guys,
We'll see ya.
that's going to do it for today's episode of the PHNX Sun Devils show. If you enjoyed the content, again, hit that like button, the subscribe button on your way out. You can follow the show on social at PHNX_Sun Devils. You can follow me at Anthony_Totri. You can follow the fish keeper over here. Actually, the zookeeper, my bad here, also known as Jose Perez, also known as Erik Ruby. You can follow him on social at Erik Ruby. That is Erik with a K. You can follow DJ Jacob Franklin at Jacob_Franklin4.
DJ Jacob Franklin is a kid.
And you could also follow this guy, Big Pokey, the fish keeper, also known as an aquarist, not an Aquarius, at Shane Deef.
Yeah, just, keeping fish as always. Keeping fish safe as always.
We will see you guys Thursday for another show, but in the meantime, go Devils and peace.
Bye.
We all silly like the mayor.